One of the fastest ways to change your life dramatically is to throw yourself in the deep end of personal development, especially public speaking. When you're standing in front of an audience, a live audience, what happens is all the beliefs, the limiting beliefs, your fears, all of that comes out, and your body tells all of those things, whether you are conscious about those things or not. And so, when you are pacing the stage, it gives out your nervousness. When you are leaning forward, you're trying to please people. When you are fidgeting with something, you are not really comfortable in your body. And there's so many little things that you may not realize. Your ums and ahs, all of those moments come to the stage. You bring them with you to the stage. And you're facing an audience whose approval you seek. Can I tell you something? Your audience actually wants you to win, but it is you who is projecting your fears and feeling scared, feeling vulnerable. But this is what changed my life, putting myself out there multiple times in front of people, in front of live audiences. And I noticed all of those little things in me that were going on, all the things that I was told that I still believed about myself, which were no longer true. So there is the personal development element. When you learn about yourself through observing your body and your body language and the language that you are using, you are studying yourself in front of an audience. Now, you can do this at a Toastmaster platform, but I have also seen through my own experiences as a Toastmaster and also as a president of a Toastmaster club, I have seen that people become comfortable and growth does not happen in your comfort zone. People stay on in that same club for years and years and years because they develop friendships and connections, and people just want them to do better, and they give nice feedback. They're nice to them because they get to know them, so they want to be nice to them. But then there goes their growth. And even 20 years down the line, what happens is those Toastmasters are making the same mistakes that they were making 20 years ago. And that's unhelpful. And this is why I created the Ultimate Speaker program for people to step into their best versions every single day, whether they are having a presentation or a podcast recording or just having a conversation with people. They're just observing. They learn to observe themselves in interactions that they're having with people. What happens through that entire program is that you will have and develop the best relationship with yourself. So everything that is going on over here, you're aware of it. When you're aware of it, those things start to affect you less and less and less. And so you get to know yourself, where those limiting beliefs, where those behaviors are coming from. When you know about those things and you know about yourself, you know better. And that's what you bring to your interactions, to your presentations. And then you have stories to share with people. I encourage you to share stories with people. I have a story for you. I found myself in the desert, in the middle of the desert in Jordan, back when I traveled there in October 2016. I stayed overnight in the desert, and the stars were all over the sky. The moon had disappeared, and the air was crisp. I stepped out of my tent and the sand was cool. The stars and the entire desert was speaking to me. The silence was heavy and it was trying to say something to me. And I just sat down in that cool sand and I looked up at the sky and I looked up at the air around me and I said, "You invited me here. I know you have something to tell me. What is it that you want to tell me?" And I was looking at the sky at the time, and that very moment, from the corner of my eye, I witnessed my first shooting star. And that was the most magical moment. I sat there for the next 30, 40 minutes, I don't remember, and I saw multiple shooting stars, one after the other, one after the other. What that told me was that these things are miraculous and these things happen in a desert. You can see it, and you can see that every day because there is no light pollution. And you're not able to see them in the city that you live in. But it's my having listened to myself was fruitful because I witnessed a shooting star, and it was a magical experience that I'm never, ever, ever going to forget. I share this story with you because you have stories as well. People want to hear stories. People are drawn to stories, and stories are transformational. I felt compelled to go to Jordan, and when I did, this is what I got. So you never know how you will be surprised by stepping into your greatest self, the best version of you. You have to do it with the fear, because the fear is not necessarily going to go away. But what's going to happen is that you will develop the skills to overcome your limiting beliefs through practice and through meditation. Meditation is a beautiful tool that helps you get to know yourself. Because when you are breathing, your breath itself tells a lot about you. It tells a lot about your mindset, what's going on. If you're breathing shallow, you're having fast paced thoughts. If you're breathing deeper, you're calmer. And so your audience catches on to that as well. So there is breath work, there is mindfulness meditation, there is body, understanding body language and how you can tell your story. I hope this video has been valuable to you. And so if you want to step in to be the best version of yourself and overcome your limiting beliefs, I invite you to work with me. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button and I'll speak to you in the next one.